Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I went about making a little bracket so that I can mount a backup camera. First I wanted to mount it here in the same location that it would have been that the factory would have been mounted. But I'm going to be using an aftermarket camera, which is significantly cheaper. So first I started with a piece of just cardboard. Um, this is going to be the little flap where with the camera mounts. So after I had an idea how I wanted it to be, um, I decided to, I did it with metal, like in the picture that I show you. I traced that with metal, and then here is the result. Hopefully you can see it. I welded this little tab. This is just cut and I bent it. It was 90 degrees. I opened it a little more. I need to open it a little bit more. It's not perfect, but it's going to do the trick to be able to mount the camera. And I'll be able to bolt it and unbolt it. Just have to drill 2 holes over here and open up this little, the angle a little bit more. Here kind of marked it how it's supposed, the angle's supposed to be. And right now I have a little bit, the angle needs to be opened up a little more. But alright guys, just wanted to give you an idea how I went about it, making it. Alright guys, to be able to get the signal for the reverse light to activate the reverse camera or backup camera, I found the cable inside the cab. That way I would not have to run the cable from the back all the way to the front. And I was able to verify that this is the cable that connects to the signal that sends power to the reverse light. Cable is the one that goes here. It's kind of hard to see. There's 2 plugs, a white one and a gray one. Well, this little plug, this little square one, has a cable in the upper left corner. This one's right here. This is the one for the backup camera. And like I said, I was able to verify with a test light. So now I'm going to run this cable to the back of the radio. And that's what's going to give the radio the signal that the reverse light is being activated. Alright guys, here's how I'm going to have the backup camera connected. I have the little camera just held with tape. I wanted to test it, make sure it's working properly. This little plug carries the power and the signal to the back of the radio. This cable is supposed to have the signal, the power, but I'm not using the power here. All I'm using is the ground. I connected it to ground here on that bolt. Without the ground, the camera was not turning on. I connected the power to the other side of this cable behind the radio to the auxiliary, the red cable on the harness for the Tacoma. So that's sending power to the camera. The RCA cable is also plugged into the back of the radio. So I have the RCA plugged to the back of the radio. Then I have the power that's connected to the other end of this one. And I have the signal from that goes to the reverse lights that I got from the bottom of the full wheel area on the driver's side. That's where I got the signal. That way I wouldn't have to run the cable from all the way from the back of the truck all the way to the front. But I got the cable working now, and I just have to clean up the wires. And of course I'm going to be running the wiring underneath the truck and then putting it in. But at least now I was able to verify that the backup camera is working. This is for the backup camera, and the power for the backup camera is coming from the auxiliary cable from the harness of the radio. That's where I spliced it in, because I want to be able to turn it on at wheel without having to have the reverse on. Alright guys, I wanted to show you how I went about routing the cable that goes all the way to the back of the backup camera. I routed the cable from behind the radio, underneath the dash, underneath the glove box, running along. Here's the cable, so it'll be behind this panel, the kick panel. So I've just taped it in a couple of spots, same as same routing as the factory harness. And then here it goes over here right underneath the seat, Right underneath the seat, there's a little drain plug. You can see right from here in the bottom. So this is the cable. This black cable is cable for the backup camera. This other cable is going to be a power cable in case I decide to add. I'm thinking about adding power lock solenoid for the tailgate. Since I can lock it now, I'll be able to add just a lock actuator later on. In the plug, I cut a little slot, and then I put urethane adhesive around on the top and the bottom, so I won't have any water coming in. The cable, since I'm not connecting it now, the other end of the cable is right over here. This is the one that I will probably use later on for the lock actuator for the tailgate. I'm trying to make it as clean as possible. Won't have any problem with the wire and rubber or anything like that. So that's why I brought it the same as the factory harness. Here is the plug already connected, put in place. And I gave an little bit of extra room on the cable just in case it has enough more room to play. In case I have to remove it for any reason, so I can move it back and forth. Alright, we just putting together everything on the inside. The cables are ran. Put the urethane sealer where I cut the little drain plug, and then I took both of the wires and I wrapped them up on, forgot what you call this, protect the wire wrap, I guess. Just a cheap one, just to have a little extra protection. This is the cable that I ran. It's not connected to anything, but I just wanted to have it pre-wired, just in case I decide to go ahead and add a power lock solenoid to the tailgate, like I said earlier. Now what I have to do is I have to fish this and run. I'm going to run it along the frame, so it'll be out of the way, and I will be zip tying it, so it will not be moving. All right, guys. Alright guys, this is the final look of the connections I have here in the back. Like I said, I added hot glue to the bolts after adding locking washers just to make sure. I ended up, by the way, if you want to remove the little red lines, guiding lines, you have to cut one of these little wires. This is what comes on the backup camera, but like I said, I'm going to leave them. If I get tired of them, I could always remove the panel, just cut whichever one needs to be cut. One is for the lines, the other one is something for reversing the camera, for forward facing camera or something like that. Also, wanted to let you guys know, the reason why I decided to bring the connection up here on the tailgate is because it will be higher, just in case I was going to be taking the truck somewhere, that there was a lot of water, and I was going to be going water, all the way, to the back of the bed. Being over here will be more protected, will be less water, less chances of damaging the connection over here. Because this, so that's the reason why I went ahead and bundled the wires. So I have them zip tied. They're secured pretty good. They're not going to be just hangling and moving around. They're secured pretty good on here. And this cable, the one that goes to the little camera, is also attached over here on the bundle, so it's not, it's not putting tension on the camera or anything. So that's going to be the final look of the camera, guys. All right. By the way, I'm not sure I mentioned this before, I ended up having to drill a hole in the bottom of the tailgate and also on the back of the bed panel. And I ended up doing it, I also put a little rubber hose on it just to protect it, and the little plastic sleeve. Another thing, I ended up drilling the hole pretty high up, see, so you cannot see it from behind the tailgate. is higher than the tailgate, the little hole, so you cannot see the little wire and protecting. And this is what the camera looks like. It's completely hidden underneath it, underneath this little panel. And if you look at it straight, it doesn't even look like it has a little camera, but the little camera is on there. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. This took a long time to install everything for the radio. I'm gonna wrap up this video so it won't be too long, and then I'll make a separate video showing all the different features for the radio with more detail on it. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I have to say, I've been driving the truck already for a while with the radio. I just finished connecting the camera, and it makes such a huge difference having a nice head unit, is a modern head unit on the truck. Like I said, it makes it seem like it's more up to date than what it was before. All right, guys, well, thanks for watching. Max is over there relaxing, chilling. It's a little chilly out here, so thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. I'm gonna wrap everything up, then I'm gonna go for my little run. All right, guys, thanks for watching again. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye. Reverse works great. All right, I'm so glad I got this thing done.